She is Maureen. She is the administrator of Dwelling Places, a non-governmental organization where street children are looked after and rehabilitated. She has traveled a long way to get here. She is called Patricia Nabosa. At 10 years old, she became involved in karaoke dance club. Karaoke does not have vocals. It has only tracks of the music. In the Ugandan version, half-naked girls perform and mime to a male audience. Girls as young as 10 years old are exposed to commercial sex. Patricia was one of them, and now she is 18. But she is lucky. She has enrolled at the Uganda Youth Development Link. She also has reconciled with her mother, who has welcomed her back home. Patricia has been away for a very long while. She attended the panel discussion in Kampala and electrified it with her public disclosure.
Time came when we had to leave him and start our own group.
He is the executive director of Uganda Youth Development Link.
But I remember in 2007, 741 young children passed through that center. 641, this 208. For the last 13, 14 years, we've been working to help young people, particularly children who have been affected in urban centers in the city. Right now we are working with 120 mothers to give them money so that they can keep their children in school.
Mary is a successful businesswoman in Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia. She does small trade. She also does some tailoring on the side. She is Asrat and visually handicapped. She has her own place of abode in the Bole area of Addis Ababa, and she writes poetry on sexual abuse. Rehabilitation schools such as the Dogodogo Center in Tanzania have helped a number of abused children to recover and even attain gainful and responsible positions in their communities. Currently, 150,000 children are enrolled.
2 boys work in the Serena. We have actually 1 boy at the university right now. We have about 4 boys who are working at the Movenpick Hotel and doing very well. We have Emmanuel. He's currently in Norway, I think, and he did his Cambridge exams in June last year, and he became the first in Tanzania in art and design.
Daphne is a 6-year-old kid. She lives with her mother in the outskirts of Mbarara, Uganda. Her family is very poor and she is raised by a single mother. Daphne had a major surgery on March 6, 2009. She is one lucky kid to have had a successful surgery by a combination of American and Ugandan fistula team from the University College of Los Angeles and Baraa University Referral Hospital. He is the executive director of the hospital.
The defilement cases usually report to the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and in those ones who are injured, of course, they are worked upon by gynecologists, but then there are those who are not mainly injured, but they want forensic examination. They are usually seen by the pathologist. Those who are injured, as I've already mentioned, sometimes they undergo surgery for repair of their external reproductive system and the like.
The local hospital where the operation took place was fully cooperative. In 2008, it was awarded for top performance. They call themselves the Moonlight Stars. Among them are underage children that were and are involved in commercial sex. In the Kawempe division of Kampala, Uganda, there are thousands of Moonlight Stars. Some of these were just over 10 when they became involved in the profession. Some of them have come out completely, and some have pulled out one leg and are trying to do the same with the other leg. The institution that assists these young children is known as Rehabilitation Health Uganda. He is Fred Semakula, the field coordinator at the Moonlight Stars project of Rehabilitation Health Uganda in Bwaise.
They are human beings like the rest of us. The community isolates them. It does not consider them as human beings. So Reproduction Health Uganda decided to start supporting them so that they stop selling themselves by starting for them things to do. Referring to the 60% that we trained, so far 50% have left the business of selling themselves.
She is Biancy Wilfred, the head teacher at St. Peter's Primary School found in the north of Kampala, Uganda. The school claims that it has no record of sexual and other forms of violence.
We teach them to be self-assertive. We have sex education as a topic in P7, and in these other lower classes, there is a program called PSA, Presidential Initiative on Sex and Communication to the Youth.
She is 3 years. She was there sitting, and the customers came. He first saw that there was no anybody seeing him, and after he caught a girl, raped her, and so they experienced that the girl was raped. The man ran away.
He was sleeping in the house, and the aunt came. She came to visit them. She found nobody, and she raped him. Then she raped him? Yes, and they took the aunt to the police.
What happened to the boy when he was raped?
He can be worried. Did that person affected me diseases or don't?
She is a pupil at St. Jude Primary School in Chiriagonja, Wakiso district of Uganda.
I live with my sister. She brings boys and tells me to go with them. Then she goes and reports to my father. While we live together in the same house, it's only one room. She brings in men that she sleeps with. This encourages me to do what she does.
Children are not taught the values of sex education.
Sexual education, it has to be officially on the school curriculum so that children are aware of their sexuality and the potentials of being sexually abused and how they can protect themselves. From the experiences we got from those two schools, we developed what we call a Good Schools Toolkit. This Good Schools Toolkit has all these issues. This year, we are going to use it in 10 schools around the country.
School children are easy prey that defilers wait in ambush. A number of preventive measures have to be taken. Children empowerment is one of them.
What I would like is to try and convince the Ministry of Education or the Curriculum Development Center to work with the parents and teachers to make sure that that is part of the syllabus.
Not all children are lucky enough to survive child sexual abuse and recover from it. The prisons in Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania might be witnesses that testify to the prevalence of sexual abuse. Here is SSP Frank Bahini Mayanja, the Public Relations Officer of Uganda Prison Service.
Uganda Prison Service currently is keeping about 30,000 inmates and being manned by about 7,000 staff. Out of the 30,000 inmates, 16,000 are on remand and 14,000 are convicts, which makes it 57% remands. Among the offenses we have of the inmates, we have an offense called defilement and another one called rape. Both of them are capital offenses. In fact, in the percentage of the remands, the defilers, those who have carnal knowledge of children under the age of 18,